Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 17 of Refugee to Regent. And today, I am going to try to wrap up this stage, the wood stage. I have a few Hello, where are you? Hi, chicken. I have a few things that I need to take care of. Most of them are going to be just community buildings. I have decided, if you noticed from my last uh, my last video's description, that I've decided on the four buildings that I'm going to be using for finishing things up. There's the Fishery and Fishmonger. There's the Stronghold Temple, which is going to be placed over there. There's the Fletcher and Bowyer, so I can have a shop for putting all the different types of bows and arrows that are available. And then the Dockhouse and the docks. And I'm also going to be building a ship. The ship, or ships, plural, as the case may be in the future, will be used for rapid transit between one place and another. I'm not going to use like an inchworm drive. There are going to be other means of going from point A to point B rapidly, so I'm going to be using the ships to do that in some instances. And also there is the actual community settlement center, which I have decided I am going to be putting next to the structure I already have built as a sort of museum, and I'm going to sort of have them connected, which is why I haven't actually done the work on the museum just yet for filling it in, because I wanted to see how things were going to connect. And the way I'm going to do it is somewhere along this wall is going to be a doorway that will lead inside here. It'll also be accessible from the outside. But the settlement center is going to be right in this area, butted up right next to this, or maybe with a small pathway between. I haven't fully decided yet. And possibly having a second floor of it that also either reaches back this direction, or probably more likely this direction here, so it can run along the road. And it will be resting on the hill, so there will be an entrance to it for the lower section down here, and then up higher there will be an entrance, probably whoa, probably about here-ish, somewhere around in that area. Ooh, seeds. There is also a slight chance that I might be able to gather some pigs or sheep or cows or something. I can see there's a cow way over in that direction on my mini-map, but luring animals over long, hilly, bumpy terrain is tedious at best, and so I'm not going to actively pursue it unless the opportunity presents itself. I might carry some wheat and some carrots with me so that I can do this, but for the most part, I think I'm going to just wait until I have a little bit better resource availability to do so. Now, you may notice in my hotbar, I have a stone bricks, and this is the one block that I'm going to use as a sort of rule of cool addendum to the Stronghold building. I went down there, braved the depths, and went down, yes, one or two layers below what the actual maximum depth is, just so I could get this one block. Thankfully, it wasn't an egg, like for the what do they call it, silverfish egg. I just wanted to have this one block so I could put it on the entrance to the Stronghold, so it would designate that that's what the building was. Now, I'm going to probably just busy myself with all the different structures and give little intermittent uh, catch ups so you know what my progress is. But I'm going to try to get through everything today in one episode. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here, get to work probably on the Stronghold first since I have this block anyway. And then when I'm done with that, I'll move on to the next one and I'll show you the progress that I've made. So I will be right back. Okay, so I just dealt with a plague zombie that had 16 out of 362 health. I don't know what conditions it gets the 362 health, but that is very concerning to me. Anyway, I have finished the structure for the Stronghold Temple. It's very Spartan on the inside. Here's the outside. There's the stone brick block that I mentioned. I didn't actually want to use it as part of the structure itself. I just wanted to use it to signify that it was important. So there it is in an item frame. But the reason why I have it so Spartan here is partly because I want to wait until I get some other end-related memorabilia to decorate in here, and also because I'm thinking that the actual temple itself is going to be in an underground chamber. Ooh, getting some lag there. So this is basically going to just be a placeholder structure. It will be used in the future. I just am not able to do the end just yet. Also, important to note, let's look around. Oh, well, I guess I can go ahead and repair this before I break it. I went ahead and spent about an hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours, clearing all the algae in the area. I can bring up the map here. You can see that all the algae that was visible from here is now gone. The reason why I wanted to clear it out is because I wanted the waterfront to be a little bit more presentable for when I make the dock and the fishery. And the way that algae works is it's either an all or none scenario. Either you have algae and it continues spreading until it reaches points where it cannot spread by game rules, or there not being water, whatever. Or you just don't have any algae. Because if I were to... Whoa, there's lag spike again. If I were to place an algae here, it would take over the whole area all over again. So I went through and cleared out everything. It took forever. Took lots of food, lots of swimming, and lots of just punching at water. It was mostly horrible. One thing that did occur to me, I am, after all, on the wood stage, so I can make a boat. It is made of wood, and so I did that. I bumped into the short earlier when I made one before, but I can do a little bit of rapid travel. I did grab some of one of the coral from that reef there and put it on this reef because there was nothing on it, and as you can see, it is starting to actually grow. So I will be able to maybe even get some more sponges out of that. There are sponges on this coral reef, which will be coming in handy in the future, but like I said, that's going to have to be down the road. And also the colored coral, for the most part, is used in making dyes and things like that. So I'm not hugely concerned about that because I've got the monstrosity of a dye tree over there. Now, you going to give it to me? Yes! There we go. So I have a boat. I probably won't be using it all that much, but I am going to put it at the dock. And speaking of dock, the dock is going to be the next thing I am making. I think... Whoa, lag spike again. I think a good place for it might be this area. I might shave off this little stretch right here, this little arched out area. And I might have to raise this water level up. But the dock is, at least for right now, going to be relatively simple and nothing too terribly fancy. I am going to have a ship on it, but other than that, it's just going to be run-of-the-mill dockhouse. Uh, Trying to think. Simplest way to fill that up. Might have to make it square all the way back. That's what I'll do. I'll make it square all the way back and just make this only one deep. That's the solution. So anyway, I'm going to get to work on the dock and the ship next. And I will show you my progress when I am done. Talk to you in just a second. Alright guys, I decided that I wanted to show what I had done real quick, but first I needed to get to making some more wool out of the cotton that I've got growing there. I have to stay on top of that because I'm going to need a lot of wool for my current project. I decided to go ahead and build the ship first before I built the dockhouse. That way it was just out of the way because my design is rather massive and I just wanted to just get it done. So here it is. The old ship. It's not completely done on the details and everything, but it works. I have the several different decks. I'm going to put some sort of helm area up here. The crow's nest up there has a marvelous view of everything. Let's go ahead and get up here real quick. There we go. I can see my house from here. Actually, I think... No. Yeah, I can. All the way in the very top left corner, I can see part of my roof. So I can see my house from up here. The farms, the watchtower, the tree. Can't quite make out the kennel from here. That's alright. But this is a fantastic view of, well, everything. And it looks like the coral is actually spreading in there in the top left. That's a great trick, by the way. If you want to get a closer view of something that is a good distance away, just move your camera so it goes to the top left or top right. I say the top left because that's the clear spot. The top right is where my map is. It's a great way of getting a better view of something, and by doing it like that, the looking down aspect, you get a better top view of something. But anyway, the reason why I need all of the cotton and the wool is I need to make sails. And the sails are going to be, let's see here, this one is 13 wide. That's 11 wide, and that's going to be 9 wide. And each of these masts have access up to the top, thankfully. Let's see here. For right now, I just have the access to below decks through there. This is probably going to change once I figure out exactly how I want everything laid out. Is that torch is no longer... There we go, now there's plenty of light. Um, I don't know exactly how I want everything laid out as far as the fast travel system that I'm going to be putting in place. So for right now, I'm just going to leave the details of this rather minimal. I will probably put another deck up there so I have another room or whatever underneath. But there she blows. That's the ship, ye old ship. I am probably going to need some sort of access from the water, like a ladder or something, so I can get in on either side in case I fall off. And I am also going to be moving the dock, let's see here, 4 spaces that way so it can line up with that instead of having the access straight in front of the central mast here. And that's just for cosmetic purposes. But I am, for right now, declaring this done except for the details. The devil's in the details. So now I can actually move on to the rest of the stuff that I need to build. The docks and the dock houses. Well, I have the dock houses, or maybe just Dockhouse singular. The Fishery and Fishmonger, which I'm going to probably either put them there, or I was actually kind of scoping out this little island here. This might work. Just turn this into a little fishery there. And then also the Bowyer and the Fletcher shop. Oh, it'll be one shop. But the ship be done. There she be. Ah! Now I fell on mud. Too short. There we go. I'm happy with it. Anyway, I am going to cut here, get to work on the rest of the stuff so I can finish up this stage, and hopefully everything will come together nicely and I'll be able to just wrap things up. So, I will be right back. Okay, so I have finished the Dockmaster's structure. I went with the fence as the posts and some stairs here for the entrance. Give it a little bit of texture. And inside it's... Excuse me? Oh no! Oh no! Hold on. Oh. Dear. Whoa, no! No, no, no! Ooh! Ha! Well, that was an interesting, if unpleasant, surprise. I now have no shoes. Ha! Let's fill this in. And recollect myself. I can't believe I threw my bow. I didn't want them on the house. I had to get them off. I figured I'd shoot them, but oh well. That's a very terrifying creature. Anyway, as I was saying, the Dockmaster's building and house. On the inside, I have just a basic little place for the Dockmaster to chill out. A little seat back there, a little counter or whatever, and a storage area for people visiting. That way, different people can lock up their belongings, things that are prohibited in town. They can just put in to the lockers, whatever. But the way these lockers work, well, first the recipe for them. If I hit 3 here, any 7 planks will work, and a trap door for the front, and you'll get one of these lockers. And they're just like chests. They hold the same amount of space. They even have a little animation there. But you can cram them right next to each other, all manner of them. And when you put 2 of them vertically, they will make a double locker, which is effectively a double chest. However, they can be placed adjacent to one another, and you can back them up. It's actually kind of interesting because you can only access them from the front anyway. So putting other lockers behind, so you can access from behind, having an additional row of lockers works pretty nice for storage that way. But basically, back here behind the counter is the seat, like I said, and the entrance to the dockmaster's little modest residence house with some storage, bed. This will be a kitchen. I need to bring over frying pan for this, and a way back outside from here. So that's what I've got for that. Now, to move on to the fishmongers, I have decided I'm going to put his little shop. Basically, I'm going to have the some of what he has for sale here in a sort of open air sort of kiosk kind of thing, and then he will also have a shop and house right here, as well as access to his little fishing area, and I'm going to expand his fishing area to include all of that. Once I get farther into the challenge, I'll have more things at my disposal, but I have a couple of things that I can go ahead and set up immediately that will be useful for fishing. But I'm going to go ahead and get to work on that so I can continue on this episode, and I'll be right back. All right, I have finished the fishery and the fishmonger here, and basically this is the kiosk that I was talking about. Just some tables with some items on them. Got raw fish, what is this, cod? Raw cod. Got some fish fingers. No, actually, I'll go ahead and show you the recipe for the fish fingers real quick. That's for bread around a raw cod. And I'm not far enough down on health to demonstrate how much food it gives back. I guess I'll take care of that some other time. We've got raw minnow and cooked fish there. I even have a little frying pan out here. Now, the regular raw fish and cooked fish, you're used to those. But with the mariculture mod, it adds these other types of fish as well as some other objects that are useful for, well, actually lots of stuff. But one of the things that is added by mariculture is this thing called the sifter, and the sifter's recipe, if I hit 3 real quick, come on, 3, there we go, is 2 planks, 2 sticks, and one of these fishing nets, and the fishing net is just 4 sticks and 5 string, and that'll get you 4 of those. Now, the way this works is if you have an item like, for instance, dirt, and throw the dirt into the sifter, you can get some sort of bait. There are several different types of bait. There's ants and worms, and minnow count as bait. Grasshoppers. I think now there are even some bees. But it works with several different items, including logs, but logs are a lower chance than dirt. Let's see here. If I... There we go. Hit recipe on that. I can go ahead and click recipes there. If you throw rotten flesh, you can get some maggot. If you throw vines, you can get grasshoppers. There we go. Bee bait, which is new to me. I'm not sure what the bee bait is good for. This is something that's been added since I did my guide. Grasshoppers and ants from saplings, and it only works with vanilla saplings, by the way. Grass can get you ants, worms, and grasshoppers. Leaves will get you grasshoppers. Just all kinds of things can be thrown in. Even the zombie heads can give some maggot bait. That's kind of neat. So there's plenty to be gotten from throwing stuff into the sifter, and this ant bait and the other types of bait are used in conjunction with the fishing poles, or fishing rods rather, and I'll show you real quick about those. You're used to the regular fishing rod from vanilla. You just cast it into the water, you get that nice string. You wait for it to... Oh, it didn't give me anything. You wait for it to do its little bob thing. And come on. Come on. Any second now. Make the noise. Well, it's not going to cooperate. Let's see if this one does. I have some ant bait right next to the reed fishing rod, which uses ant, grasshopper, maggot, or raw fish. The recipe for that, by the way, is 3 sugarcane and 2 string, so pretty cheap. And if I throw that into the water, hopefully... I saw it bob. Hopefully I'll be able to catch something before nightfall. Weird. I got a raw fish. Let's try this again. There we go. Raw cod. But you can pull up other things aside from the raw fish. For instance, I got a bowl, and I got a partially used bow, and night is approaching. So let me sleep off the night here. Don't want to get attacked. Tell you what, that Enderman creeper, that was just terrifying. I guess while I'm in here, I might as well show this off. Got the inside of the Fishmonger shop. There is just some other display stuff here. The stuff that I've managed to catch thus far. Some more fish fingers and some sugar cane so I can make some more of that. I did go ahead and make a nice little umbrella here, so the... Whoops, I hit shift, I think. No, I didn't. It just got me stuck on that. Okay. Maybe the umbrella is too low. Maybe it's just derping me up through that. I know how to fix that. I'll just move the seat. There. There we go. Basically, can sit here and just manage the shop. But also, out back of the house, I have some more seats, and it's probably going to do that to me again. Yep. I'm going to have to figure out... I should probably just raise that by 1, because that's kind of annoying. But ideally, I can just sit here and fish from the seat, which is kind of nice. And then I've got the house for the fisherman. Just a bedroom, common room, that sort of thing. Nothing too terribly fancy here. But also there's going to be some room for doing some future fish-related stuff here. I'm going to just set that aside for the fish-related things like mariculture and whatnot uh, for something in the future. But speaking of the future, it looks like I'm not going to be able to get to the settlement center or the Bowyer and Fletcher today in this episode. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and wrap up here and then finish everything off with the next episode, those two items, and I'm going to make a concerted effort to get 2 sheep so I can start a sheep ranch over there. I will make it an objective, even if I have to go wandering around and ever so slowly lure another one in. I will try to do that so I can at least have a sheep ranch, because I'm definitely going to need some wool. And I don't think there are any shears. Let's see here. We have iron, metal, what's this? Bedrock, oh my. Oh, of course. And metal. So yeah, I can't really shear the sheep, but I can stab them in the face repeatedly with a sword. So that's how I'm gonna be getting the wool, and I'm going to need a lot of it real soon. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave a message in the comments section below. I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can, whether in the comments or in video. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. But I'm definitely going to have to wrap up here. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night. And I will talk to you later.